Opening shot of a detective agency with the sound of a phone ringing. The camera zooms in on the phone as a hand picks it up. Detective. Detective John here. How may I assist you? Voice on the phone. Hello, Detective John. My name is William Johnson, and I need your help. My wife has been murdered, and I need you to find out who did it. Cut to Detective John meeting with William Johnson in his luxurious mansion. William is a wealthy businessman who appears distraught over the death of his wife. William. She was the love of my life, and I'll do anything to find out who did this. Detective John. Don't worry, Mr. Johnson. I'll do everything in my power to find out who's responsible for your wife's murder. As Detective John begins his investigation, he discovers that there's more to this case than meets the eye. He finds out that William has a dark secret that he will do anything to protect, including killing his own wife. The detective follows the trail of clues that leads him to a seedy part of town, where he discovers that William had been having an affair with a younger woman. The detective confronts William with this information, and William confesses to killing his wife in a fit of jealous rage. As the case comes to a close, Detective John reflects on the complexity of human nature and the lengths people will go to keep their secrets hidden. He concludes that justice has been served, but at a high cost. Closing shot of Detective John walking out of the mansion as the sun sets in the background. He stops and looks back at the mansion one last time before getting into his car and driving off. As Detective John drives away, he can't help but feel conflicted about the case. On one hand, he's relieved to have solved the murder and brought the killer to justice. On the other hand, he's disturbed by the fact that William was willing to kill his own wife just to protect his secret. The next day, Detective John decides to visit William in jail to ask him a few more questions. Detective John. Why did you do it, William? Why did you kill your wife? William. I didn't mean to. It was an accident. I just couldn't bear the thought of her leaving me for another man. Detective John. And what about your secret? The one you were willing to kill to protect? William looks away, refusing to answer the question. Detective John. You know, William, I've seen a lot of things in my line of work, but I've never seen someone go to such lengths to protect their secret. What is it that you're so afraid of? William looks up at Detective John, a haunted look in his eyes. William. I can't tell you. You wouldn't understand. Detective John. Try me. William hesitates for a moment, then finally speaks. William. I've been embezzling money from my company for years, millions of dollars. If anyone found out, I'd lose everything. Detective John nods, understanding the gravity of the situation. Detective John. I see. Well, William, you made a mistake by trying to cover up your crime. You should have come forward and taken responsibility for your actions. Maybe then your wife would still be alive. William looks down, clearly feeling guilty and remorseful. William. I know. I wish I could go back and do things differently. Detective John nods, then stands up to leave. Detective John. Well, William, I hope you can find some peace in knowing that justice has been served. Take care. As Detective John walks out of the jail, he can't help but think about the tragic consequences of William's actions. He's grateful to have solved the case, but he knows that some wounds can never fully heal. Detective John spends the next few days reflecting on the case and the lessons he's learned. He realizes that sometimes people will go to extreme lengths to protect their secrets, and that the consequences can be deadly. However, he also realizes that justice has been served in this case, and that William will be held accountable for his actions. Detective John hopes that this will bring some closure to the victim's family and loved ones. As time passes, Detective John takes on new cases and continues to solve crimes. But he never forgets the case of the wealthy businessman's dark secret. He knows that it will stay with him forever, a reminder of the fragility of life and the lengths people will go to keep their secrets hidden. In the end, Detective John realizes that his job is not just about solving crimes, but also about bringing closure and justice to those who have been wronged. He knows that he plays a crucial role in the justice system, and that he must always remain vigilant in the pursuit of truth and justice. As the video comes to a close, we're left with a sense of reflection and contemplation. The story of the wealthy businessman's dark secret has taught us that the truth can be elusive, and that sometimes it takes a brilliant detective to uncover it. We've witnessed the pain and suffering that can result from secrets and lies, but we've also seen the power of justice and accountability in bringing closure and healing. So as we say goodbye, let us remember the importance of seeking truth and justice. and the bravery of those who pursue it. Let us also remember the victims and their families, and the lasting impact that crime can have on our lives. Thank you for watching, and we hope this story has inspired you to seek truth and justice in your own life.